What is going on, guys? It's Matt here, and in today's video we are going over version 264, every little thing, every precious thing, patch notes. Okay, they are very long, so I'm expecting some good things out of this. We are joined obviously with chat live on YouTube and on Twitch, and yeah, first things first, I am going to Control F and look for Universal. Unified. Unified Enhancement UI. Alright, and my day is ruined. Alright, so there is no Universal Cash Shop. Thank you so much for watching these patch notes. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you for version 265. I don't know why people were saying this would take 3 hours. It took 10 seconds. Okay. Yeah, no Universal Cash Shop. I mean, I kind of saw it coming. Like, I think we all kind of saw it coming when they weren't announced at MapleCon. Like, Dr. Lim and Inkwell really failed to farm aura at MapleCon, announcing Universal Cash Shop. Yeah, I don't know. Do I think it's the end of the world? No. I just really think that they dropped the ball on this. I think it's extremely important. I think it's really stupid how every other region is getting Universal Cash Shop and we aren't, right? I think it's really dumb that everyone else, it's like we're Squidward looking outside at SpongeBob and Patrick running around having fun, you know, and we're stuck here, you know, transferring items from explorer to explorer, and everybody else is just like, it's like wee wee. Okay, they're not French, but anyways, let's look up Soul Erda. Soul Erda. Soul Erda quest changes. Okay. Fuck. Well, we're off to a great start. We are again, to say that I didn't see this coming would be like an understatement. But I like how we're going from killing 3,000 mobs daily to 5,000 weekly, and it's only once per account. They did buff it though. Get 9 energy. Right now we only get 4.2, so that's 9 energy per week. That is a lot. That is a lot of energy, and then 90 frags is the same amount as other regions that get this change. So let's see. The Soul Erda quest has been updated so that the Erda's request, which was previously available once per account, is now shared per once per character. Is now shared per account and resets weekly. To maintain balance, the completion rewards have been adjusted. Number of fragments obtained per week have been increased compared to before, and the amount of Soul Erda has also been increased to give more than the total amount rewards previously earned by completing the quest with 2 characters. Okay. Yeah, this really sucks. If there was one thing that I wanted, and not everyone is going to feel the same way as I do, but if anyone you know, else kind of feels the same way, like, this definitely lowers the interest of Challenger World, because now you can't raise a character on Challenger World and on whatever other server you play on. Like, you don't have to be like me and you play both heroic and interactive, but just for the event in general, like, whether, like, I think a lot of people are not going to want to play Challenger World now, because, like, what's the point, right? You do get extra soul fragments, Soul Erda fragments and whatnot, right? You still will get that from playing on Chal World, but this quest is like a really big reason, one of the very big reasons as to why make a character on Challenger World. right? And now that it's only once per account, you know, it really sucks. Honestly, I would prefer if they just kept it a daily, you know? If this is the change, right, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but I would just prefer to keep it daily. Like, I would prefer to just do my daily on Child World, my daily on Chronos, and call it a day, rather than having it a weekly and only limited to once per account. Maybe you don't agree, and that's totally fine. But yeah, I do not, I like the change, especially like only 5,000 monsters, right, per week. I like the change, but the fact that it's only once per account is really stupid, and I hope that they will change this, right? Probably not immediately, but I hope that they change this like in the future. It should be per server. All right, it should be per server, or just don't do this change and keep the daily and lower the daily. Instead of 3,000 mobs, lower the daily to like 1,000. You know, that's all you really had to do. That's all you had to do. Just nerf the amount of kills, because 3,000 per day is just kind of dumb, you know? Okay. Anyways, those were the two things that I wanted to look at. And now we're going to go back up to the patch notes. And we're going to talk about everything else. All right. Let's go. Okay. New content. We have Ren, right? We have the starter events, you know, the growth events for Ren as well. Then we have stuff like the Star Force revamp, Trace Restoration, Rental, Genesis Pass confirmed. We are getting the special skill ring swap, which is awesome. Familiar revamp. Okay. That is really good. Let me just turn that off. Okay. Link skill changes. Let's see if we're going to be getting level 12 Spirit of Freedom. You know, level 9 Thief and Mage. Okay, let me get there. What else? We already went over the Solar to changes, right? Pino revamp. Oh, are we getting insta boss entry into Pino? Oh shit. That's cool. That's cool. Daily gift update. Okay, collector's request. MVP reward update. Ooh, okay. MVP reward update. We have the general event for Twilight Eve. We have Challenger World. We're going to be going over that. And then, you know, we have Hyper Burning, Beyond Burning, and then other events as well, Sunny Sundays and whatnot. So yeah, let's get into it. I don't know why my nose has to start acting up now. Just crazy. What up, Risso? Are we having a day 0? Yes. We are going to be having a day 0, unless the game is going to be down. It might be down longer, but yeah, you can assume there's going to be a day 0. Okay. New job, Ren. Anima Warrior, Strength, Legion bonus is speed and maximum speed. Very good. Primary weapon, a level 0 sword that you make when you make a beginner. And link skill is a damage reduction. Okay, up to max level 3, which is going to be 6%. Okay. And then, yeah, here are the different weapons and secondaries for Ren. Cool. They look nice. Yes. And then her skills. Okay. Wow. Look at these skills. This is crazy. Look at all of this additional information. Allows you to double jump. Wow. Hones your inner potential with disciplined mental training. A passive. There's zero specifics. Zero specifics. Bro, I need GMS to like fucking step it up, okay? Like, if I wanted to know the, like, you might as well just get rid of the description. Like, nobody cares. right? At this point, like, just show us the skill name and like the icon, at, you know, because like what is this? What is this information? What is this? Unsheath your sword and teleports you forward. Cool. Temporarily increases your attack speed. Oh wow, by how much? By how much? like do we not get to know? Okay. Like, at least put the maximum level effect of the skill. You know, I'm not saying to like do all the way from 1 to max level, but like at max level, like the patch notes should tell you what each skill does. It should tell you what each, like build your strength through a bodybuilding regimen. What does that mean? Like, this is the description of this. What does that mean? Ren is a bodybuilder, apparently. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, anyways. Yeah, these are all the skills. We would go over the skills, right? But, like, the skills don't tell me anything. These descriptions don't tell me anything. You know, increases the damage of Plum Blossom Sword Storm by how much? You know? But, yeah, Ren, awesome. I can't wait for this class. I am super freaking excited to play this class. It's gonna be a blast. But if you want to know exactly what the skills do, you're just gonna have to wait until you get in game, because you know, there's no details in patch notes anymore. All right, new area, Valora, for the town. Cool. Ren starting area. Then we have the Wanderer's Travelogue, which is the growth event, the starter event for Ren. Okay, so resetting every Wednesday, 10,000 kills per week, and you'll be able to get 3x coupons, VIP boosters, and Lux Sonic coupons. And then there's also a step up mission up to level 9 as well. So when you create a Ren, you will get a vac pet, a 30-day vac pet. That is Pog. That is awesome. We like that. You get a 30-day Pendant of Spirit. Amazing. Max slot selector coupons. And temporary transparent gear. I'm not surprised at this point. I am not surprised. Okay, arcane symbol coupons. Wonderful. A unique emblem, so you don't have the unique pot, you know, the current one that you get, level 100. Don't do that. A event ring with cubes and a legendary potential scroll. 3 soul Urda and an NX fit. Get a 100% karma unique potential scroll. Okay, and then heroic gets more cubes. Reg gets a karma epic Bpot cube, transcendent growth potion, and the medal as well, which I'm assuming is just cosmetic. Shiny, but just cosmetic. Okay, so you know, the different missions right here, ranging just from creating the character all the way up to getting to level 270 if you're going to be beyond burning your Ren. Okay. Tracks of the Wanderer is another Ren event where this is claimable across all characters in the same world. Okay. So they basically split things up. I see. They could have had it in just like one UI. Okay. So they split things up. I guess you just have to do more missions. Yes. Right? But these rewards you're going to be able to claim on any character in your world, not just on your Ren. So you can get this little Saya pet. It's not a vac pet. It's just a little Saya pet. There's a unit damage skin, which looks really nice, a chair, a label and chat ring, and then this title right here is basically a Yeti pink bean title, right? So it is movable, it is tradable within the world. So solo Chaos Vellum on your Ren, and you'll be able to get this Yeti pink bean title, which is really nice. If in case you don't have it on your main, or you're going to be maining Ren. Then we have this Plum Blossom Wander effect, and then the character background, which looks really nice. Awesome. And then there's also get yourself a Cyroid, so you can get yourself a Cyroid. Awesome. Claimable once per account. Get yourself a Cyroid. All right, and that is all the Ren stuff. And now we have the new updates. So Star Force revamp, okay, 30 stars. Existing 23 stars or higher have been adjusted, so we are getting the adjustments. So if your item is 23, it becomes 25. If it's 24, it becomes 28. So we got the KMS version. Wow, okay. And then if you have a 25-star item, it is going up to 30 stars. Okay, okay. You're now going to be able to safeguard up to 18 stars, and the price of safeguarding will be 200% of the base meso cost, because you no longer jump up and down. And then the GMS specific changes, where if you boom an item at a particular star, you're no longer going just back to 12, but you're going to something else, right? So if you boom at 20, you go to 15 now. If your item is 22, it goes back to 17, right? But the thing is, though, right? Let's say you're going for 23, and then you boom at 22 to 23. It goes to 17. And then let's say you boom going back to like 19. It goes to 12. So, yeah, I mean, it saves you a little bit. But it's like, okay, you're not going to start at 12 anymore. You know, technically you're going to save some meso. But it's like, okay, you boomed at 22. It goes to 17. And you boom 17 to 18 because you don't want to safeguard, and now you're back to 12. So it's supposed to be a little bit easier, but it is what it is. At least we're not constantly going back to 12. Okay. And then these are the different rates as well. I don't know how this compares to Korea. Right? I don't have it open, like the KMS star forcing chart, but it looks the same. It's the same. Okay. So yeah, exactly the same. They're making it like easier to get from 20 to 21. I don't understand why you wouldn't do it from 19 to 20, right? 19 to 20 is like evil. So I would have done 30% for 19 to 20, personally. But they really want you to get to 21 stars, you know? I guess. It is what it is. And then there's new Star Force achievements, and that is it for the Star Forcing system. Trace restoration. Okay, developer comment. This update, we've introduced 2 restoration systems for different types of equipment. Trace restoration. The system is designed for traces obtained from destroyed equipment, which can be restored by completing missions in the boss mission UI. It is applied to weapons, armor, accessories, while badge items cannot be... Well, there goes my dream of having a 22-star badge. I wonder if they're going to increase the Star Force count of badges, though. Like, listen. Hear me out, right? Hear me out. Because my badge on reg server is 20 stars. If they increase the Star Force limit to 30 or even 25, +1 scrolls are going to be usable on the badge. So eventually I will be able to have a 22 or 23 star badge on reg server if the Star Force +1 scrolls are going to be usable. So we'll have to wait until after the update to check that out, but I mean, fuck, man, very unfortunate. Star Force research. This restoration system is for certain main set items such as armor and accessory. You can obtain materials called star cores through hunting, and these materials can be used to restore specific sets, approximately 900 items across 50 sets. That is insane. Okay. So first, we're going to go into the trace restoration. So there's a trace restore button on the left side when you're going to fight a boss. You're going to place an item in the restoration slot to register it, and the gauge will then display how many points are required to restore it. The badges cannot be restored. Now, if there's an item registered, the gauge can still be filled. Oh, if you don't register an item. Okay. And then you earn points by completing boss missions and defeating the boss each week. Defeats will only count when solo or in a solo party, so no party mode. They cannot be completed in practice mode, and only one character per world can attempt trace restoration each week. 1750 points. I mean, it's per world, so that's nice. It is per world, but I guess this is only for like your main, you know. Yeah. This system is not really for mules. It's for your main. Okay, I mean, we got to start somewhere, right? We got to start somewhere and then make improvements over time. If something is perfect out the bat, it's too good to be true. I guess, right? I mean, like, how else are gonna make improvements over time? Okay. Boss missions. Select the missions you'd like to challenge and click start. You can change your selected missions at any time or click reset for choices. Oh, so this, okay, interesting. And then that, yeah, and then it tells you how many points are each mission. So it's kind of like ride or die. they're taking like ride or die in a way, and then implementing this for these new systems. Right, so it's like, oh, 13 points, and then you click start. Oh, okay. It doesn't really tell you how many points you need to restore an item though, but up to 1750 points, right, can be accumulated at any given time. But yeah, like minus 50 FD, you know, plus 20% damage taken. Start with a death count of 2. Okay, terror gauge filled. That's crazy for Gloom. Oh my god, what the heck? Chaos Gloom terror gauge being increased by like 150%. Oh my god. Oh wait, was that Saren like a limit potion count? What the heck? I think it was. Something about lasers. Oh my god. Thread. Oh my. What the heck? The system was added to help restore equipment that is destroyed during Star Force enhancements. Since this feature is newly introduced after the 11.12 update, there isn't a way to identify the destroyed Star Force level of existing equipment traces. Please note that the equipment destroyed before the system was introduced are restored to 12. So, it still works. It still works on items that have been destroyed before the update. So that's a W. That's good, right? So you're not just like locked out or anything. Yeah, so yeah, this basically reminds you of like Supreme mode, you know, but also kind of like ride or die, right? Yes, I'm still playing Maple Idol. I am level 67. All right. Star Force research. Okay. Let's see. According to Fabian's research, restoring destroyed equipment is possible if you collect the right materials. Follow the steps below to bring your equipment back to life. So, you collect mysterious star spec boxes, which are dropped at a set chance when you defeat monsters near your level. Open the box to randomly obtain either star specs or shining star specs. So there's a random chance to obtain one of these two. I'm assuming the shining star specs are going to be rarer. These are special material used to craft star cores needed to restore an item. Craft the star core that you need. Each star core type restores specific equipment. Okay. So for a regular item, it's 200 star specs, right? And you can restore level 200 or below equipment. That can always be obtained. There's a dawn core and a pitched core. Okay. So you're gonna need 1 star core and 25 shining star specs to restore a dawn boss item. So like slime ring, daybreak pendant. And then you're gonna need 1 star core and 50 shining star specs to restore a pitched boss item. Okay. Okay, and then this is the system in action. Damn. Wait. Oh. Oh, okay. So that's 12. Okay. Oh, so does it follow the same rules for the star forcing? Like, does it follow these same rules, I'm assuming? So if I boomed my item at 20, it's gonna go back to 15. I'm assuming so. Okay. Yeah, so because you need like 50 shining star specs, I'm going to assume this is like really rare. Right? It showed 17. No, that's the flame. That's not the star. That's not the star, right? That's the flame, I'm pretty sure, on the item. Yeah. Yeah. The star force is up top, right? The stars, it's up top. So the item is 12 stars. So makes sense, yeah. I kind of regret throwing away my TC traces now. Okay, so for pitched, 1 star core, which is 200 of these little specs, and then 50 of these shining specs. I wonder how frequently these boxes will drop, and I also wonder just like what the you already know this is gonna be a fucking tiny ass pull rate. You know, you already know it's gonna be a tiny ass pull rate for the shining specs. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they're tradable or not too. Like, are these boxes tradable? Are these items tradable? Are they all fully untradeable? There's no information here. So we're just gonna have to find out when we get in game tomorrow. You can also create equipment with whisper crystals. What is this the pity? There are 2 types of whisper crystals, each used to create different boss set equipment when enough crystals have been collected. So Dawn is 65 pitched, 130 for a pitch boss set, 260 for a Mitra's Rage, 390 for a Genesis. You can craft a Genesis badge? No shit. Dawn Whisper Crystals or Pitched Whisper Crystals can only be obtained depending on the boss and its difficulty. Okay. It's so many though. It's so I don't see a TC, but like there's no fucking way that you're gonna be able to craft a TC with 130 crystals. Yeah, like where's the explanation on this stuff? I mean, I agree, like what? I don't really understand. Unless, are they shared in a party? I really hope not. I really hope these are instanced. If they're not instanced, oh buddy. Oh my god. It's probably a random box. I hope not. I hope not. I hope it's not. I hope you get to choose. And it's not random. But are these guaranteed? Because when enough crystals are gathered, Talk to Fabian to fuse them into a boss. Oh, boss equipment of your choice. Ah, there you go. Bottom line. Yep. You get to choose. You get to choose which item you want. That is really good. And this is what I thought, right? This is what I thought. This is a general item. And so this is going to be guaranteed, right? Per boss. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't do math. 16 weeks. 17 basically. Right? $130 is kind of cooked. I mean, that's assuming that these are guaranteed drops. Where does it say? Where does it say at a set chance? Right? When it comes to crafting equipment, there are 2 types of crystals. Right? Each use They can be obtained depending on the boss and the difficulty. The system was added to restore equipment that is destroyed. Yeah, okay, that's the thing. Like, oh, we can't tell like what star you boomed it at. I mean, yeah, if these drops are not guaranteed, then it's cooked. Right? It's kinda cooked if these are not guarantees. But I don't see anything about like a set chance. The difficulty matters. Yeah, the difficulty does matter. So maybe you get more than 1. Scroll up further. No, but this is the crafting equipment. No, guys. It says what is like where? Yeah, these boxes are at a set chance. Right? Like these star spec boxes, right? Which is totally fine. Like it is what it is, and then you know it's basically a proxy, you know. But here, I don't. When it says creating equipment, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Like Fabian and his team have discovered whisper crystals, right? 2 crystals. Each used to create different boss set equipment when enough is created. The crystals can be obtained depending on the boss and its difficulty. Yeah, there's no mention of these dropping at a set probability. So this better be guaranteed. Again, we're just gonna have to find out when we get in game. Right? We're just gonna have to find out when we're getting in game. Okay, let's move past that for now. Arthur's equipment rental. You can rent each equipment up to 3 times per week per character. Vessels can be used to rent equipment for the first time, and then Maple points will be required for subsequent rentals of that equipment. Okay, so that's how they make money. The countdown will begin the moment the item has been successfully rented and the item is in your inventory. Okay. Red barrel. 20 Star Force. Damn. Oh, so we're just soloing Black Mage on day 1 with this gear. So what you're telling me is that like we're just soloing Black Mage on day 1, like, you know, like we're just gonna drop like fat meso. Yeah, I mean that's cool, yeah. I'm gonna just get my rent real quick to 270. I'm gonna rent all of this gear and then go solo the Black Mage. Oh man, wait, that's kind of crazy because I mean even if you like wait until the end of the week, yeah, you definitely don't need to do a week 1 anymore for Challenger World, right? And there's no mention of this not being available on Challenger World, right? It doesn't seem like it's limited, so wait until like weekly reset, right? And then just rent everything. So like the day before, rent all the gear and then do all of your bosses, right, in one go. And then you're back to shitty gear. And then you just wait until the end of the this creates like a really weird loop cycle. I mean, you could do your bosses at the beginning of the week too, like weekly reset, if you're strong enough already. Or you're just gonna wait until the very end of the week, like Tuesday, where like you're all like fucking powered up, you did all your grinding, you know, and then you full send it until you're strong enough to not have to use this gear. But you said it's 1.6 bill for everything. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. You can do 2 weeks of bosses with 1 rental. True. You can do 2 weeks of bosses, right? Because if you do Tuesday, technically you're right. If you do it on Tuesday, you do all your bosses, weekly reset happens, you do your bosses again, right? And then you wait until the following Tuesday and stuff. Yeah. So you're not even doing it for 1 set of bosses. You're doing this. You can do it for 2 sets of. This is a This is crazy. And you make your money back. Yeah, you make your money back for borrowing this gear, and you're not gonna have to borrow this gear for forever. For, you know, like you're not gonna have to borrow this gear forever. Only until you're like strong enough. So this is a game changer. Holy shit! This is actually a fucking game changer. God damn. Profit like 4 bill plus. Bro, I mean, like, imagine a C10 mule, you know? You spend 1.6 bill, you make 5.2 bill. You actually make 10 bill, right? You make 10.4 bill for spending 1.6 bill. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, look at the set effect is also pretty decent, right? Pretty decent. You got some boss damage in here. 20% boss damage, a bunch of attack and all stats, and these items themselves, they're like, the stats aren't like garbage, like 15 attack and 30 all stats, right? They're 20-star items, really good, like, you know, good attack and stat bonuses, and the potential is unique, but you don't really need much more than that. You're gonna be doing these like bosses with less, honestly. So even like up to C10, like, this is pretty viable. The totems don't seem outstanding. I mean, they are for reboot. And they have a set effect as well of an extra 15 attack. So, I mean, yeah, for reboot, like, I definitely would get them. I mean, you don't need it, right? You definitely don't, but this is like, what, 500 mil? Right? You don't need to borrow the totems, but it is 500 mil. So it's like, it's like a dip in the water, you know? A little drop in the water. Think you can rent the content and use war with it? No. That would be so... Wait. What if you have a real roar and you borrow the red barrel ring? So you have both Kant and roar on at the same time. Wait, you actually might be cooking. You might be cooking. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. That would be insane damage. Someone's gonna have to try that. It's only 100 mil. Someone's gonna have to try that. Right? It's only 100 mil, but that'd be funny. That would be funny. Absolutely. With this, there could be some crazy hyper burning tech of deleting the gear, then forcing the character up to 260. That sounds like a lot of work though, but okay. You're making the game extended down. Yeah, I know. Is it not worth to rent these in interactive? I think it is up to a certain point. I think it is worth it. But you're not really going to make your meso back from bossing. If the focus is on bosses, then it's not really worth it. No, because you're not going to make your money back for borrowing this gear. Yeah, maybe for a Legion champion, you could consider borrowing the gear. Yeah. Maybe for a Legion champion, you want to do your missions. Gear rentals is per character, 3 times a week per character. So it's not even per account, it's per character. Yeah. It's gonna go kind of crazy. So we're not borrowing frenzy totems, we're not borrowing fire starter rings, but we're borrowing really well thought out gear, honestly. I'm surprised. Not yet. I'm very surprised at how good this is. And like the meso cost doesn't seem like egregious or outrageous either. Well, like for reboot standards, for reg server, you're not going to make your money back. But considering most players play on reboot, you know, like if they tailor it around that, and like the second and third rental as well is fairly cheap. 2k maple points, 3k maple points if you want a second or third rental. It's not like superly egregious, and I'm very surprised about that. I'm very surprised. The gear has like good stats. The pricing seems fair, and this can really, like, if you really think about it, like this is some really good tech for weekly bossing. Really good tech for weekly bossing. Yeah. Something actually useful to spend to upkeep MVP? A little bit, yeah, a little bit. What would be equivalent to the rented set? I have no idea. I have no clue, but it's definitely good enough to, like, I could solo Black Mage with this gear. Right? You could probably do more than that, right? But I'm just saying, like, off the top of my head, like, yeah, you can totally solo up to God knows whatever, but It is some really good stuff. It's really, really good stuff. I think we're definitely soloing Black Mage before the end of the month. You know, we definitely are. Let's continue. Let's continue. Genesis Pass confirmed. Oh my god, we really are going to be here for like 3 hours reading these patch notes. Genesis Pass. 30 cash. What, did they rip this off from Maple Sea? Why does that say cash? Oh nah. Oh nah. Who's the rat at Nexon? Who's the rat? Who's the rat? Give them some cheese. Yeah, I don't think we use cash in GMS. Control C, Control V. Yeah, it's 30k NX 2-0. Oh. It seems like Nexon really wants your money. This was only limited to once per account in Korea. You can buy it 2 times. You can buy it 2 times per account. And the pass expires on February 3rd. And this pass perks are applied until February 10th. Nice. Nice. You can buy this 2 times. Okay. That's pretty good value. And cannot be used by characters that have already completed the Genesis Weapons Final Awakening, of course. Yeah, this pass is really good. I don't think I need to really explain why it's so good. But it shortens your liberation time if you are, you know, soloing or duoing, whatever. But if you're soloing, Giga shortened. You can do the missions up to 6 people. Assuming they also have Genesis passes. They have to have them in order to be able to do that. So starting at Lotus, you can do the missions with up to 6 people. You get a temporary passive buff, right? 20 attack, 20 all stats, 10 boss, 10 IED, 150 arcane force, which is huge. This is massive. So you get this temporary stat until February 10th, right? And then you also get a guaranteed 3% attack or magic attack soul for your Genesis weapon. Very, very good. And remember that the earlier you buy this, the better. Because let's say you buy the Genesis Pass January 1st, you only have 1 month of benefits, right? So regardless of when you buy this, it only lasts up to February 3rd or the perk until the 10th, right? So that's a cutoff date, no matter when you buy it. So the earlier you get it, the more advantage is gotten, right? More advantage is gained. So there it is. And we're getting the special skill ring swap, bro. Fast-tracked quality of life. Let's fucking go, baby. We're getting the special skill ring swap. So you'll be able to swap, you know, like you use a roar, put in a weapon jump, a risk taker, whatever. But there's going to be a new button that you press and it instantly swaps, albeit there's a cooldown. This is going to be really good. I think it's going to be really good for my Arc. It's going to be really good for Wild Hunter, amongst other classes. It's going to be really good for my Dawn Warrior because I don't ring swap ever, and now I don't have to think about it. You know, I don't have to change my character presets anymore. I just have to click a key and I'll have yeah, I'll have my weapon jump on. So God bless, more damage. Let's go. Let's go, more damage. We like this. We like this. This is a great fucking change. Buff sequence is coming as well. Onyx apples. Ooh. APQ revamp when? APQ revamp when, you cowards. Okay, yeah, buff sequence. Very nice. Awesome. We like to see it. Familiar revamp. Familiar cards stack up to 10,000. And you can also purchase a 20 slot familiar bag coupon for 1,000 familiar points. Up to 2 can be used. There it is. All familiar presets are now unlocked permanently. W, awesome. Familiar preset coupons and badge preset coupons have been removed. You fuck those. Familiar presets have been added to the character preset UI. Another W. The fee to rename a familiar has been removed. All awesome. Yeah, I could save 35k meso. And the familiar UI has been revamped. Okay. Oh, it shows you like a breakdown now. Okay. Okay, it shows you a breakdown. Yeah, all presets. Okay, yeah. The fact that there's still a gauge, I hate this, bro. I hate this. We'll check the CS update after the patch notes, Kappa. We'll check it. We'll check it after. We'll check it after. Okay, one thing at a time. Oh, and there's also a guaranteed. Familiar potentials have been revamped, and the following lines are no longer obtainable. Okay. Movement speed. Jump. All skills level. Attacks have a chance to auto-steal. Aww. Wait, but this is useful. Legacy auto-steal, fams? Damn. Damn, auto-steal is gonna be legacy now? What? Chance to ignore damage, restoring, chance to recover HP MP, inflict a blah, 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 blah. Yes, yeah, yeah. 5% chance to, you know, turn happy with a stick up my butt. Elemental resistance. So, but you're... wait a minute. So, you're removing auto-steal fams, but you're keeping the Jake fam in the game? Wait a minute. That's insane. That's insane. I can no longer roll an auto-steal fam, but I can still roll Jake fam. Right? So, like, character outline in red and black, you know, shroud in darkness, you know, whatever, you know, red aura, like, those familiars are so, like, those lines are so fucking bad, but you're still keeping them in the game? That's crazy. I guess they need to keep some of the shitty lines in so they can piss you off when you roll them. But doesn't this like significantly improve the odds of rolling a boss damage fam now? I think it does. I mean, disregarding the red and black, right? 12% better is a massive increase. Yeah. The fam that removes stat pot? Yeah, word. Okay. Familiar species and attributes have been updated. A new rank up guarantee system has been added. A familiar pity system. Oh my god. Bro, we've been talking about this for a very long time. Why the fuck is it 14? What the fuck? Why is it guaranteed after 14 failed? No, that's crazy. That is crazy. 14 fails? Is the success rate not 40% chance from epic to unique? Like, are you telling me that the success rate is actually lower? Hold on. Are you telling me that like it's actually not 40%? That's crazy. who the fuck fails 14 times in a row? I mean, I failed like 9 times, so I guess it's not impossible. Well, I feel like that's a giga outlier. You know, why is the guarantee like a giga outlier? You know, like it should be like 5 at most, right? It should be 5 at most. Also, this animation really needs to. This animation's absolute ass. Why the fuck do we still have that, bro? Why is it so slow? Like, speed that shit. Oh my god. Okay, well, better than before, I will say. Better than before, but I do expect more. Okay, so what would I like to see? Right? What would I like to see? I think a rank up guarantee system is totally fine. I think 14 is outrageous. Okay, I don't know who at Nexon is like thinking of this, you know, and where they're getting their information from, but 14 like fails to guarantee a unique is absolutely ludicrous. Okay, that ain't it, buddy. That ain't it. Second, the fact that we still have a summon gauge is really stupid, and I want them to remove the summon gauge. Okay, I want familiars to be able to be summoned, and that's it. Okay, we shouldn't have to worry about, you know, refreshing our summon gauge to keep our fams out. Okay, we need to remove that shit ASAP. All right, ASAP. That needs to be gone. Everything else, like, I really like about this system. I do. I would prefer not to have to level up my familiar to level 5, you know, to be able to tier it up. I think that's really stupid. So I don't want to. I don't want to have to do that. But yeah, it is what it is. I think familiars should just be like level 1, okay, feed fams into it, be able to rank it up. You know? Yeah. Yeah, but I think 14 to guarantee an epic is crazy. All right, anyways, let's continue because there's so much more. We've barely scratched the surface of these patch notes. All right, Treasure Hunter. This is going to replace some of these things we can go by quickly. Treasure Hunter is going to replace Polo, Frito, Especia portals, right? You grind, big chest spawns. Wow, you hit it, boom, EXP. Okay, congratulations, you know the TLDR. Rune of Blessing. Basically, after a certain amount of runes, you get this special rune that can spawn that can give you 200% EXP instead of 100%. That's it. Instance maps. Hunting fields with enemies level 60 and higher will now all be instanced. Obviously, only in Heroic. Up to 4 people, and then in Challenger, up to 10 people on the same map. Pog. Awesome. Great. Bounty Hunter content has been removed. Instead, there's a Bounty Hunter Monster Bloom that you can buy with Monster Park coins now. 5 per week. We will be buying that for Monster Collection. I guess that's how I'm going to get my Golden Totem now. The only way. Cool. Gold Totem, 6% chance. We will be hitting that. Hyperstats, the 2 mil fee for Hyperstat presets has been removed. Awesome. Save money. Weekly reset unification. Weekly reset content, or weekly content, sorry, such as your Soul Erda weeklies, Dojo, Tower of Oz, Scrapyard Dark World Tree, Legion, and the now new Soul Erda weekly will now all reset at weekly boss reset. Okay. These weekly contents will reset on November 10th. November 10th. And again, when the new reset schedule begins on November 13th. Okay. They will, oh yeah, they will reset again on the 13th. Yeah, 2 resets this week. Yeah. Yeah. So technically you can get more like 30-minute meso and drop coupons and stuff like that if you want to. Yeah. Okay. Monster Park improvements. Receive an additional 28 Monster Park coins for the first Monster Park you clear for the day. Monster Park boxes can now be opened in batches of 1 to 100 at a time. Oh my god. Oh, that's a crazy quality of life improvement. Wow. Wow. Cernium, Arcus, and Odium have been added for, Grandest Monster Park. Confirmed. There we go. Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. Profession improvements. Item pot system. I thought we didn't already have this. Wait, we still have item pots in the game? What? We still have this? I thought we didn't have this forever. Okay. Sure. Sure. Cash shop improvements. You know the one cash shop improvement I want isn't on this list? Can't say that I really give a fuck about any of this. Like, I'm sure I'm gonna notice it maybe if I go into the cash, but like, oh, you can open up 5 PSSB. Guys, you can now open up multis. Yes, it is officially a fucking mobile game. Let's go. Let's go. Big money, big money, big money. Open up 5 at a time. It's like, woo. Yes, I can now open up multis in game instead of 1 at a time. And you don't need MVP gold. Imagine. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. No unified cash shop, no universal cash shop, which is a massive fucking L. I really hope they reconsider. Maybe we don't get it in this patch. Maybe we get it in 265, 266. I don't know, but maybe they're, maybe they're waiting until anniversary to give us universal cash shop. Inkwell's gonna be like, yeah, we heard you guys screaming at us, and you know what, you're right. For the 21st anniversary of a Global Maple Story, we will now be introducing unified cash shop. Okay, so I am writing history right now. That shit's gonna happen. That shit's gonna happen. All right. Skill changes and bug fixes. All right, yes. You feel like Cash Shop got put on the back burner? Possibly. They have a very small dev team and they can only do so much. So they rather focus on all of the other like non-KMS stuff right now. And maybe we're still gonna get it just in the future, right? We're not getting it right now, but that doesn't mean that we're not getting it ever. So it might still be on the table. We might get it at a future date, but there's a lot of non-KMS stuff that needed to be focused on for this update, and they just couldn't fit in the cash shop. Yeah. Okay, common skill changes. I don't think we need to really go over all the skill changes. These are skill changes specifically for the Assemble patch. If you are interested in these skill changes, I recommend you either pause the video or look through the patch notes yourself. But there have been some changes made to certain classes, a lot of like issues being resolved, right? Like Wild Hunter, for example, Jaguar Rampage got the line split, right? So that's cool for those who cap. Ain't much really, but certain situations you cap. So yeah. Link skill changes. Oh, talking about all of these fucking changes. Link skills, level 3 links. Okay, 15% also. Does anyone have, on the off chance, does anyone have the maple memo link about this link skill, right? Does anyone want to like dig that up by any chance? Because Nexon said years ago that 15% all stat was too broken. It was too OP. But apparently 20% boss damage on Demon Slayer is totally fine to keep, right? Not broken at all. But 15% all stat was too OP, so they had to remove it. They had to nerf it. Right? And now we're getting it, right? Years later. Level 3 link skills. Yeah, so like unfair advantage, 18% now instead of just 12%. That is massive, bro. That is absolutely fucking massive. Holy shit. 6% extra damage. Time to prepare got increased by... How much did they increase that by, actually? Hold on. Time to prepare, they increased it by 8%. Yeah, I'm looking at the game right now, and it's 17. And now it is 25. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. Did they also change? No, they didn't. Yeah. Yeah. Hybrid logic at master level. Wait, what is this? Here it is. Oh. Xenon link skill having a master 2 is intended. The update notes showing level 3 was a typo and has been corrected. After speaking with the devs, it's been decided that the link skill giving 15% to all stat would negatively affect balancing. We apologize for the confusion. There it is. Yep. 15% all stat is too OP. It would negatively affect the balance of the game. But, you know, we're going to keep 20% boss damage. That's crazy. You can't even use it on Demon Avenger. Exactly. Okay. Oh, they already made updates. Tide of Battle, 4% per stack. Okay. Yep. Bravado. Okay. This is the new Ren link. New. Yo, they no fucking way. Level 9 explorer links and level wow. You can 12 seconds of iframe goes fucking crazy. That is crazy. Level 15 Cygnus Knight link. Holy shit. Holy. That is crazy. Oh, wait, they already updated this. Oh, did they nerf this? Empirical knowledge. Enemy death ignored per stack. What was changed? Look at 7 and 8. Okay, 3. Oh, 32%. Okay. Relax, guys. Yeah, 32% IED per stack. Yeah, okay. I mean, They nerfed it. They nerfed it. They nerfed it. Varese! Bro, I have to give you a shout out. That is 120 months. Welcome back for 10 years, brother. I don't have alerts on, you know, because we're reading patch notes. But thank you so much for the 10 years of support. Continued support. Welcome back. Appreciate you, brother. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. I wonder what the new list of like best in slot, like, bro, this is crazy. 50% monster collection? 50% monster collection chance? That's insane. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh shit, okay, okay. I don't use Tide of Battle anyway. Old and new. Estimated 4.2 FD gain. Okay, Lazy Not Fat, thank you for the 14 months. Welcome back. Rafa, thank you for 36 months. Pally, thank you for 30 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Damn, so like Mo really went up. I might have to use time to prepare again, bro. I might have to use time to prepare. God damn. Wait a minute. Oh, they giga buffed Adele Link as well. I think that's only if you're in a big party though, right? So if you're soloing, it's not gonna be good. Yeah. It's not big party. Yeah, increases damage by 3% up to 12% for each party member. Yeah, so 3, 6, 9, 12. That's still a party of 4. When do I think OSMS is coming out? Probably second half of next year. Yeah, that list overvalues IED. Okay. Okay, including yourself. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, increases damage like 3%. So including myself, 3. Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12. So you need still 3 other people. So technically, this is a 9% damage link. Yeah, they should change it to 3-man party because new meta is 3-man, exactly. They should change it to 3-man party because that's the meta. But it's basically a 9% damage link if you're soloing. Oh, that's cash shop sale. Sorry. We're going to go over that later. Okay, cool. Those are the new link skill changes. Yeah, I wonder what we're going to be using. You know, I wonder what we're going to be using. But yeah, it just seems like everything is pretty much going to stay the same, except maybe I'm going to start using time to prepare again. Probably. Instead of Sia Link. Yeah, because I think I use Sia right now. So instead of Sia Link, we're probably going to use time to prepare. And maybe we're going to drop Kana Link. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Maybe we drop Kana Link. Maybe we drop Xenon Link. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Sia out, Kane in. Yeah. But I also think like maybe you drop Kana for Kane, you know? Depends on your setup. Yeah, how could you drop Xenon Link? I'm not running Ilium. Yeah, I'm definitely not running Ilium. Fuck Ilium. Does Arc use Ilium? I ain't using Ilium. Okay. Technically, I could maintain Ilium Link on Arc because, you know, I fly everywhere anyways. So, yeah, technically speaking, it shouldn't be too hard to maintain it on Arc specifically because, you know, you have a 50%, you have a 75%, you have a 90% chance to go flying when you're bursting. So you'll accidentally trigger it anyways. Okay, let's move on. UI changes and bug fixes. Invincibility indicator. Really? So if so now like when we pop an iframe, we're like in a disco now, you know. It's like, yeah, no, now you really know you're iframed. The power up. Event list UI that you can like favorite certain events, you know, if you want to see them up top. That this is amazing. They're saved per character. I would like for this to be like I want this to be shared. Personally, I would like to see this to be shared. I can understand per character, but I would like the option to share this across all my characters. You know? Xenon is like 16% boss for most early game people. Cane Link on average is 12.5, assuming no server lag, but is bursty favored. Yeah, that's true. So it depends on like what kind of class you play, right? Cane Link would be really good for really bursty classes. I mean, I play Arc and Wild Hunter, and they're both very bursty classes, so. Okay. Storage UI has been changed. Awesome. What's the current storage? Ugly as fuck. Wonderful. Boss reward UI, beauty salon. You can now save your skin color. I just changed my buck skin color. Well, I mean, I had to anyways, because like the fucking coupon was going to expire. Oh, you can now change. You can now save skin color. What up, Devise? Good morning. Okay. Anything else to read? They're changing SARAMs to 15 minutes for practice mode. Okay. They're changing guild skills to 30 minutes. No more 60-minute guild skills in Black Mage practice mode. That's actually, is that a nerf? That's a nerf to the challenger mission, right? Or champion, right? That's a nerf. That's a nerf. Because now you're gonna have to do it with like 15 minutes less. Yeah. Does the boss prep room reset countering timer? It does. It does. Oh, SARAMs is 15 minutes. No, that's normal, right? Yeah. Isn't that normal? Yeah, it's normal. It's normal. Practice it was 30. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's nerf 2. Yeah. Rip home buff. I wonder, is it rip home buff? We haven't got to that point yet, but we'll see. Okay. Anything else for the common UI? Again, you can totally read this yourself if you want to. I'm only gonna try to read what I find important, like to actually, or like something cool to share. But a lot of this is just like miscellaneous stuff that the average person isn't really going to really need to know. Oh, nice. Monster Park. Yeah, once you clear Monster Park Extreme once, you can't TP to Monster Park anymore. You have to access it through like the boss content window. Yeah, that was annoying. That was annoying. That's a good fix. It's a good fix. I like that. Yep. Okay. And now we have the solar to quest changes again. Hey Tyler, I haven't seen the challenger pass yet. I have not seen any. We're still going in order. We're going in order. I already talked about this when we first started reading the patch notes. I'm very disappointed that this is per account. They need to make this per server, per world. This does not like, I'm still extremely excited for Challenger World 2, and I'm still gonna do Challenger World for my Ren. I know I can progress a lot faster on Chronos, but I'm gonna do Challenger World 2, you know, for the fun of it. You know, I want to enjoy myself. But yeah, the fact that this is per account is a massive L. We do get more Solar than other servers, which is cool, but I want this to be per server, per world. Otherwise, again, might be an unpopular opinion, but I would prefer the daily. Okay, I would prefer this to just be a daily, and then just nerf it from 3,000 to like 1,000 mobs per day. Because regardless if you don't play multiple servers, like let's say you don't play Reg and Reboot, right? Doesn't matter. But this is a clear nerf to like anyone who wants to play on Challenger World. A lot of people that were excited for Challenger World probably won't play it now, right? Or will heavily consider not playing it because, like, what's the point? You get more frags and solar or whatever on Challenger World, sure. But like, what's the point, right? When this is per account, right? You can't double dip, and like the whole point of it was to double dip. I can do the quest on Challenger World, I can do the quest on Chronos, and I can you know, increase and make two characters stronger at the same time, right? Isn't the whole point of this update to make it easier to get multiple characters stronger at the same time, right? I feel like that's the whole point of this update, right? To make it easier for your mules to get stronger. And this is anti-mule, right? Like this is completely against like the whole philosophy of what you're trying to do in this update. So again, it's like a personal grievance for me. I know there might be a lot of people that feel the same way, and I know there's a lot of people that don't care. I get that, but I feel very strongly about the Soul Urda change being per account, and I would prefer it to just continue being a daily, right? If the other option is per account. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Job story quest skipping. Cool. Pog. We're getting that. Kana, Hayato, and Sia cannot use the lol. Okay, well. Lin and Mo can. Yeah, Kana, Hayato, and Sia can't. I think Kana and Hayato probably can't because they're getting remastered, and Sia because she's a mobile class. I don't know. I'm sure they will fix this in the future, right? I'm sure they'll do this. They'll fix it in the future. It's just not super important for them to do it right now. But that's still funny. Yeah. Arcane River and Grandest Story quest skip. Nice. Has been added to Challenger World. Pog. Commercy Story quest skip. Okay. Express Pass improvements using a simple Express Pass to complete Arcane River will now grant EXP. Grand Athenaeum update. Okay. Oh, yes. You can use the Epic Dungeon Express Pass without needing to clear the dungeon first. There it is. There it is. That's pretty big. That is pretty fucking big. All right. Haven weekly quest changes. Okay. They're making Scrapyard weeklies hopefully easier. Cool. Cool. But you still have a 99% chance to get DC'd by the GM police. Because apparently we're still living in 2015 where there were a bunch of botters in Scrapyard. So the game's going to still, you know, detect you as a botter. So you still won't be able to do your dailies, you know, your weeklies, my bad. Yeah, so like, oh, they made it better, but like, you'll still probably DC for the hack reason, you know, trying to do your weeklies. Okay, what else? Maximum amount of traces of darkness can be collected is 1,500 to 3,000 for the Genesis weapon because of the Genesis pass. Yep. Very nice, very nice. Improved so that HP and MP are restored upon completing the 5th job advancement quest. What the fuck? Why is that so important? Added voiceovers to Cernium and Arteria quest cutscenes. Ooh. Cool. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Boss and mob changes and bug fixes. When entering boss preparation map, the cooldown of certain skills will be reset. Charge type skills and job gauges will be fully charged. Charge type skills, you know, rings. Soul weapon will have maximum soul points. You no longer have to charge your soul weapon before entering a boss. Yes. Yes. You no longer have to charge your fucking soul weapon. That is great. That is great. When you leave the boss and exit the map, your skill cooldown charges and gauges will return to the previous state. That's totally fine. Who cares? Charge type skills and job gauges that are fully charged. Hero's Flashblade, Bowmaster Silhouette Mirage, Pathfinder's Gauge. Let's fucking go. Yes! Yes. Let's fucking go. Adele's Swords. Yes. Arc Spectre. Yeah. Thank God, bro. Thank God. Thank God. While inside the preparation map, you can do the following. Use buff sequence, noblest skills, champion's renown, charge your abilities, manage your link skills and character presets, and use elixirs. All buff effects are removed when entering the preparation map. However, the following buffs will not be removed. Consumable and cash effects, toggle skills, summon skills with no cooldown that persist between maps, noblest guild skills, weapon tempering and accessory enhancement, fame buff, and champion's renown. I don't see home buff. I don't see home buff. That is a GMS thing. They're gonna have to fix that. I don't see Pinot buff and I don't see home buff. Is Pinot buff dead? Is Pinot buff cooked? You know? Is it cooked? Is Tengu buff cooked? Is Tengu and Pinot is home buff, you know, like we need to write that down, right? Gotta write that down. So Tengu, I have questions about Tengu, Pinot, and home buff. Those need to be addressed. I know Justin's writing things down, so the following skills will not have their buff effects and cooldowns reset. Okay, yeah, contact, rip no contact caravan rerolls. Okay. Black Mage entry revamp. You no longer need a key to enter the Black Mage. You don't need to make keys anymore. Which means Sparks of Determination will no longer drop from Gloom and Darkdale, and the Shadow of Annihilation no longer drops from Hard Varus Hilla. Pinot revamp. We're getting the Maple Sea Pinot revamp. Let's go. Let's fucking go. You don't need the stupid boss soul anymore to kill the soldier that does 10, you know, you only do 10 damage. Okay, you have to be level 180. Wait, all prerequisite quests have been removed. Pinot prequests are gone. Yes, bro. You don't have to do fucking Pinot pre's anymore. Let's fucking go. Characters just have to be level 180 and above to enter. We are free. We are free. The Pinot's difficulty has been slightly increased to match the new level requirement, and her mechanics have been reworked. Who gives a fuck about her mechanics? You just bind. Okay. Nice. So you just enter the boss. There's no more pre-quests. Oh, baby. We're living in definitely a new age. Let's freaking go. Rewards have been improved and adjusted to reflect a new difficulty. I wonder if she still drops her fam card. I wonder if she will still drop her legendary fam card. I haven't seen one yet, so I don't know. Akechi's HP has also been increased to maintain balance with other Heisen Temple bosses. Okay. Okay, so they buffed Akechi a little bit too. You know, he's fucking annoying, but, you know, I mean, hopefully it won't be that much harder. Cool, cool, cool. Culvert changes. They're changing it. They're adding a stage 7 to Culvert. Okay, that's going to be a little annoying, but only annoying if you can do 300k. So if you don't score 300k Culvert, which we aren't going to be for pretty much for still like a while in Reboot, no need to worry, you know. Yeah. The boss reward distribution system for heroic servers is going to be implemented. Okay, so you're rolling for loot, right? No more blinking. Is this why blink has been bugged? Is that why blinking is bugged? You know, because now we just do this. I don't know. Okay. Special distribution will occur for the following items when they drop. Cool, cool, cool. And then there's some boss changes as well. Let's see here. They made some changes to Kaling. Made it a little bit resolved an issue where the clap pattern did double damage. I don't know why that's just clap just sounds funny. Yeah, Chaos Zakum. Yeah, bro, he won't clap you anymore. Clapping them cheeks. Okay. Yeah, bird. Okay. Undun, dark cloud deployment range 20%. Okay. So this isn't like the changes where like he swipes slower, right? Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Decreased berserk duration. Change so Kaling no longer attacks during berserk. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Not those changes. I think KMS just got those changes. So we're not getting those changes like, you know, faster. Okay. Oh, remove Twilight's electrify pattern. Is that midnight? The fuck does that mean? Electrify. Sun gauge resets when entering P2. Yo. You don't have to gauge anymore. You don't have to wait to gauge going into P2. Yeah, let's fucking go, baby. Let's fucking go. We like that. We like that. What the fuck is electrify, Pat? What is? Ah, bro, I know how to do Saren, okay? What the fuck is electrify? It has to be the anti-cheat, right? Yeah. It has to be the anti-cheat. That's what it's been. Why the fuck is it called Electrify? Yeah, I'm assuming it's the anti-cheat. I'm assuming it's the anti-cheat. She has an anti-cheat in Midnight. Yeah, apparently it's called Twilight, but it's Midnight. Yeah. Okay. Ragnarok cooldown is 125 seconds now. Okay. Cool. Cool. Very nice. They're making Baldrix a little bit easier. Very nice. Very nice. Slime. Decrease the time before Guardian Wave from 150 to 90 seconds. Oh. So test will start a minute and a half. That's really good. I mean, we need that change. We need that change. Decrease the magma stone slimes needed to block the gate from 3 to 2. Oh, that's a great change too. That is a great change. So you only need to use 2 slimes to block a door, and then test is every 90 seconds because, you know, 2-minute meta, so it makes sense. Yeah, 2-minute slime. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. And Akechi HP has been increased to 700 bill total HP. Cool. Ain't kicking meatballs. Map changes and bug fixes. Okay. Mushroom Shrine improvements. I guess this is, you know, due to like Akechi and Pino and all that stuff. So sure. They're just changing like levels, you know, items, whatever. Okay. Steelies. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Common maps. Okay, starting December 1st, level 294 and above characters entering the MVP Resort will receive EXP equivalent to level 294. Pog. Players now enter boss maps directly to normal, Road and Hilla. Okay. Wait. Oh, does this mean you don't have to walk through the yeah, okay. So like when you enter Queen, you enter the boss room. You don't have to enter the waiting area anymore. Nice. We don't have to kill the fucking mobs, the ads. The garden, yes, the garden. Okay, cool. Changed skill cooldowns. No longer reset when entering Culvert. Wait. While wearing an ultimatum ring. Oh, what? What? Huh, wait a minute. Skill cooldowns no longer reset. Over. So you're telling me that like people had like this secret tech that we didn't know about? Was there like there was a secret ultimatum ring tech? Interesting. Interesting. Change so that skills can now be used in Culvert Entrance, Path of Altar. Okay, yeah. Echoes will no longer be removed when entering Culvert and Punch King. Cool. Changed so that buffs from using cash shop items are no longer removed when entering Culvert or Punch King. Except for the following. Okay. So if I pop Ursus, I don't use Ursus anymore when I enter Culvert. Basically. Like I can use like my red pot, green pot, like MP pots. I can use like Legion Might, and it's not going to reset anymore if I accidentally leave or if I just enter in general. So cool. That's a good change. Increasing the maximum number of players per channel for slime. Oh, I guess that was an issue. Sure. All right. Item changes. Item changes. Item changes. Upon entering Cernium and Grandis, you can speak to the Flame Priest to receive his blessing to obtain a sacred power buff, which grants you 30 sack for 1 hour. The Flame Priest blessing can be obtained if the following conditions are met. Complete a divine power quest, and the current sacred is below 30. Okay, so you can cheese it. If you have 20 sack, you can get 50. So it's a little cheesy, little stinky cheese. Wait, what if you unequip your symbol? What if you? Yeah, what if you unequip your symbols and then you take the buff and then you re-equip your symbols and you're like, oh, 30 sacred. Let's go. If you've already cleared at least one sacred area quest starting from Odium, you can no longer obtain. Oh fuck. Oh man. However, the buff is active when you clear the Odium quest. Okay. Oh man. Okay, so like after Odium, it doesn't work. Well, there goes the sacred power tech. We're getting collector's elixir, which is awesome, right? 20 mil meso, 100 attack, 30 all stat, combat orders, real combat orders for 8 minutes. Basically, the only thing that you're missing is Molshan buff, right? So if you're super giga fucking sweaty and you want to pre-buff Mo for like 20 seconds upon entering for the first burst, and arc buffs too, I guess. You know, this doesn't take into account arc buffs, but that's very niche, right? Very niche, very niche. You can now use all symbols in your inventory at the same time instead of one at a time. Cool, very nice. Daily gift update. If you don't need a Mega Burninator, you can choose 3 VIP boosters. That is awesome. I fucking hate the Mega Burninator personally. I never have to use it. Instead, I will be getting 3 useful VIP boosters every month. Awesome change. The Mega Burning is great, don't get me wrong, but after a while, you don't need it, right? So having the option is great. Wonderful. Crafted node stones are now tradable between characters with an account and have a 7-day duration. Okay. Absolab Arcane Equipment tradability updates. The tradability of the following updates have been changed to account bound, tradable within world. 7-day duration of Absolab and Arcane boxes obtained from boss drops remains unchanged. So this should retroactively change after the updates. Hopefully. Bag quantity limit changes. You can now have up to 10 bags for herb, mineral, and production. All other categories up to 2 bags. So I'm assuming all other categories. Yeah, so it's going to be like the familiar bag, right? Yeah, familiar bag. Oh, there's a 40 slot familiar bag? Do I have to buy that with an X? Yeah, chair bag, coin bag, right? Yeah, souls, scrolls. MVP reward updates. Maple Tour Express Pass ×7 has been added as an Express Pass perk. So we're just going to be giving out free meso now. Okay. So we're just giving out money. We're just giving out money. All right, spend money, get money. Yeah, this is a buff for me. So So I never have to do Maple Tour ever again. And I go from making 300 mil a week to 1.2 bill a week, or 1.4. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I never have to do it anymore, unfortunately. I never have to do it anymore, and I'm making more money. Yeah, I read the Solar Weekly. I'm disappointed. On reg server? Yeah, on reg server, it's not that much. I don't know. Means you gotta maintain red? Yeah, I do. I do. A Maple Tour on reg is never worth it, but I mean, yeah. I don't like the solar to change. Yeah. Sacred Symbol, Selector Coupon, okay. Gachapon tickets can now be opened by pressing spacebar, sure. You can now stack up to 30k spell traces per slot. Okay, cool. I like that. That's good. The following atmospheric effects cannot be used without typing a message. Pog. Okay. 0 characters can now be terror burned. Ooh. Wow. Cool. Nice quality of life change. Change where boost potions that increase Meso, EXP, and drop rate can now be used together with boost potions that provide other effects. Awesome. Pog. Change so that Pendant of Spirit is no longer required to charge, basically. So you don't have to charge your Pendant of Spirit anymore, and you will now just get the 30% effect immediately. Change the item name Prepared Pendant of Spirit to just Pendant of Spirit, because there's no longer a difference. Amazing. Black Rebirth Flames can now be used on items without bonus potential stats now, or bonus stats, not potential, but yeah, you don't need a flame to use Black Flames now. Okay. Resolve an issue where the elapsed time was missing from the Pendant of Spirit buff tooltip. Ah. Wait. So that means Reg server has permanent Pendant of Spirit. Like, prep now. Yo. I mean, we did anyway. You had to like wait 2 hours. That's kind of badass. That's kind of badass. Yeah. Yeah, because in Reg server, you can use hourglasses to extend a Pendant of Spirits, right? And a special Pendant of Spirit. You can use hourglasses so you can extend it up to a year at a time. So now you basically have a permanent, you know, prep pendant. You don't have to be like MVP Black now or whatever, you know. That's nice. That's nice. Resolved an issue where the client could close when moving maps while sitting on a chair. Anybody want to test that? Okay. Cool. Now we're into Twilight Eve. We're into the main event. I don't think I really need to go super into detail about this. I think it's a little bit different from previous events, but the main concept kind of stays the same, right? So there's going to be a check-in, right? You have to fill. This is the weekly. Yeah, this is the weekly. What about the daily? Is there no daily? No, I'm pretty sure there is. Oh, they're showing the weekly. Okay, well, for the weekly, you either kill bosses or mobs or both, and then you fill the Sands of Time, 10 per week, and then once you reach certain milestones, you will get rewarded. Right, so this mag pot, right, 2 weeks of doing your weeklies, and you get a mag pot. There is a fairy heart for 4 weeks, which is awesome. And then you're going to also have a coin shop, right? Regular weekly coin shop, as well as a meso shop. And then every week, there's going to be a new effect that is unlocked. And unfortunately, I do not see... what's it called? I do not see the Epic Dungeon 100% EXP. But there is 100% Solar from hunting, which is Pog. That is awesome. That is very, very nice. But I do not see... that's going to help with Ascent skill. That's going to really help with Ascent. Right? And it comes out before Ascent. It comes out the week before Ascent, which is awesome. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't see the Epic Dungeon 100% EXP like Maple Sea, which it is what it is. Okay. Yeah, maximum of 4,000 Avernium can be earned per week. And there's 2 ways to accumulate the Sands of Time. We just already went over that, right? Yeah, we went over that. Okay. And then there's a catch-up mechanic, right, for Maple points. And then once you reach certain milestones, we just went over this, right? Get rewards, and then you also get extra. So you get the effect, but there's also extra rewards to each week. The Monster Park Clear EXP includes Monster Park Extreme. Okay, there's a unit damage skin, there's effects, there's chairs, there's an android, nice android, there's some permanent NX, there's a background. Oh, and there's a character select theme. Okay, that's cool. That's nice. A final week of the event, you can get a character select theme. Very nice, very nice. I like that. And then now here we have Avernia's Bounty. So this is the regular, like, daily stuff. So you check in, right? You check in 5 times per week. So you click in, you're like, hey, I'm here. You get 3x coupons. I don't know why I said it like that. It's normal. And then you get ginseng and licorice, Lico rice. So you get these for your temp stats, right? These are going to be for temp stats. Very standard, right? None of this is different from like anything else. On day 1, get a Pendant of Spirit for 30 days. Awesome. There is a Strawberry Farm ticket as well on day 5. Event Ring, Luxana, Medal of Honor. Very standard stuff. Very good stuff. Right? Advanced XP vouchers, Black Flames, VIP boosters, symbol selectors, right? Reg server gets bonus Bright Cube, Karma, of course. Right, wonderful. Punch King, there's a Punch King in here as well. So really good stuff to, you know, benefit a new or returning player. Like, these are all just like really good progression items. There's a Hyper Burninator on day 50, or check-in 50, I should say. Not day 50, but Hyper Burninator on the 50th check-in, close to the end of the event. Obviously, it is what it is. Usually is like that. And then the Avernium Exchange is coin shop, right? So let's see here. Yeah, Monster Blooms weekly. There's probably going to be, yep, Strawberry Farm. 5 per week as well. And yeah, pretty standard stuff. Pretty standard stuff. Okay. Weekly purchase limits reset on weekly boss reset every week. Yep, not event reset, weekly boss reset. The amount of Avernium obtained is shared between all characters within the account. It is not per server. That's pretty much the same. Nothing really changes there. Okay. Seeking Traces of Time. There's a Meso shop. There is. I don't think did they show it? It was like up here. I guess they just didn't bother showing it. Or it's like it's underneath. Okay, yeah, it's underneath. Seeking Traces of Time. This is boss coin shop. Right, this is your standard boss coin shop by completing bosses, soloing bosses, right? And it's per world. Oh, wow. Oh, so now we're just gonna be fucking choose, you know, we're gonna pick and choose what's per account and what's per world. Oh, are we now? Okay, how about we make everything per world? So nice. This is per world, so I don't have to pick and choose what I want on reboot and reg server. As someone who does play both, that is awesome. I like that. And you can do this in practice mode, right? You are able to solo bosses in practice mode and get these traces for the weekly boss coin shop. Okay. If you defeated a weekly boss before the maintenance, you cannot receive traces of time. There you go. Were you too quick to defeat a boss before the maintenance? You can still defeat it in practice mode after the maintenance to be able to obtain the traces of time. Are you fucking shitting me? So you're telling me I have to go solo X Lotus after the update? Okay. I mean, sure. I'll do that. That's fine. So does that mean there's a week 0 for traces? Does that mean there's a week 0, or is it gonna tell me that no? Sounds like it. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to. I guess I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah, no idea if it'll reset tomorrow. Yeah, it's so ass. I agree, but I'm gonna have to like put this on my to-do list. Then I have to go solo X Lotus before reset, right? I think we're gonna try to prio everything that we need to do on Challenger World, but like I'm gonna need to set aside 30 minutes to be able to do like X lot and stuff. If that's what it means. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then there is unlimited VIP buff selector coupons. Very nice. Very nice. You can get 3x coupon as well. Karma Bright cubes. And this is per world now. Yes. I can take advantage of cubes and not have to work. Yes. Let's go. It's per world. It's per world. It's per world. I like it. I like it. There's a weekly, so you can get 3 bright cubes, bonus bright cubes on reg per week. I like that. I like that. 120 iCogs as well. Cool. A lot of flames. Right. Good stuff. Symbol selector coupon. Good shit. And then from the special tab, right, from defeating the really, really hard bosses, right? So for example, you know, if you solo Extreme Lotus, you get all of your traces, right? That's basically what you need to do. You solo Extreme Lotus, right? Is normal Kalos the same? So normal Kalos, you can get the traces, but the dark traces is only 10. So you have to solo X lot to be able to get all of the dark traces, which is the extra special coin shop where you get the Abyssal Flames, right? Or Mugong Soul Shard. Okay, let's see here. The weekly purchase limit resets at Thursday. Okay. The acquisition is per week. Yeah, per world each week. Yep. Okay. So it does seem like there's a week 0. Right? I can't be 100% certain, right? I'm just reading the patch notes, guys. I'm just reading the patch notes. But it seems like there is a week 0 for the boss coin shop. Right? It does. Because, I mean, this line right here, you know, log in after the maintenance, you know? So, it does seem like there is a week 0. Maybe that's not the case, but Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. Okay. And then these are your temp stats. Pog, temp stats. We love temp stats. Woo, temp stats. More damage. Yeah, cool. Get it to like level 3 or 4, you know, eventually 5 and 6. And then you can buy herbs too. You can reset skills? Oh shit! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a reset button for your temp stats. If you spend $10, you can reset your temp stats. Huh. That is, I mean, it's better than no option before, I guess. Like, I'm keeping my $10. It was in Octopus? Really? Wait, really? It was? Oh, I'm fucking blind then. I am so blind. I did not see that. I did not see that. I thought this is new. Okay, well, I mean, having the option to reset is cool though. I like that. I like that. Does this work in both Challenger World and Heroic at the same time? Yes, it does. If you purchase extra temp stats, you don't have to buy it per server. It's per account, right? So if you buy it in Challenger World, you get the extra temp stats like in Bara, Chronos, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So it's maintained across your entire account, which is awesome. So need more herbs. Ginseng and licorice can be purchased for 1k maple point each. 5 of each herb become available for purchase every Wednesday in game. So event reset. Okay. Huh, so it's not 10 anymore. So you're telling me that they adjusted the cost for temp stats, yes? We did not get Universal Cash Shop, unfortunately. We did not. So you can only buy an extra 5 and you can't do 10? Okay. Yeah, you don't have to worry about buying this before reset because it already reset. All good. All good. And notice for the licorice basket. After defeating hard Lotus or higher, solar energy is dropped from the boss loot. Okay. Alright, cool. Normal stuff. Eternal Gilded Clockwork. What is this? This is... a VIP booster? Okay, so basically grind mobs and you have a chance to get like a VIP booster. Yeah, this is just a VIP booster. You can use 10 per day, and this eternal one is once per day, and it gives like Giga EXP. Yeah, VIP and Giga VIP, but it's also tradable. Oh, so you can sell it on Reg server. Interesting. Interesting. You can sell these on Reg server. Oh. Cool. Each booster item does not share a daily image, so booster items refer to VIP, Hexa, Gilded Clockwork. Yeah, it does not share a daily use limit. So you can use 10 VIP boosters and then 10 Gilded Clockworks and then Eternal Gilded Clockwork. You can pop Hexa boosters. Yeah, and you just can't use another one at the same time. Yeah. Okay. Is the daily use limit per character though? Yes, it is. It is per character. Yep. And then you have Leppa's wait, how long is this event? Until December 16th. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's Giga EXP right there. Leppa's Dashing Carriage. What is this? EXP skill. Kill mobs around your level. And you just get EXP. Yep. It's like boom. EXP. Yeah, event proc. Yep. That is a Dashing Carriage. Eve Anticipation. This is just an event map, right? AFK EXP. It's probably bad. So yeah. This is free sauna. Yes, a sauna for broke people. Yes. Yep. Meso shop. Here's the Meso shop. Here's the Meso shop. Ceiling wand coupon, Challenger World only. You can purchase 20 of them per week for 5 mil each. Okay. When does this reset? Does this reset weekly boss reset? So you have to buy these before reset. This wand, this is for the temp stat in Challenger World. You have to buy these before. So like someone write that down, right? So 2 things to write down before. So to add, buy these from the Meso shop and do your extreme lotuses before reset as well. All right, so like write that down in the list. This is probably going to be day 0. Not 100%, but probably going to be day 0. Yeah. Glove time? What do you mean glove time? Dude, we ain't doing anything for glove. Yeah. Yeah. ICOGs as well. Okay. 100% ICOGs. Hell yeah. I got some chairs right here. A wonderful, beautiful chairs. 200 mil each. Bunch of cosmetics. Nice. You can Snowfield ride with Inkwell mount or Dr. Lim mount. We will be getting both. Oh, I was about to say, where the fuck is the damage skin? Okay, I'm like, wait a minute. You can't even read that, bro. You can't even like what is that damage skin anyways? Like I can't even read those numbers. Alliance Commander Signisroid. Yes, yes. Yeah, Meso Shop resets every weekly boss reset. Okay. Challenger World. Yes, now we're going into Challenger's World. Okay. Let's freaking go. Link skills are not available in Challenger World. They were last time. Anyways, yeah. Pretty similar to Challenger World 1, which I didn't play, but I will be on Challenger World 2 this time around. And there's a bunch of different missions and rewards. They did change the tier rewards this time around. You have to get to Emerald to get your 4K Legion, right? So you need to get 30k points to get your 4K Legion, basically, if you care about that. There's this really cool new Valkyrie set. The sword looks pretty badass. I like it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You get some bright cubes and bonus bright cubes for reg server. Reboot just gets bright cubes. Yep. Buff breakdown as well, depending on what tier you are. Your temp stats will, your world passive, Challenger World passive will increase. right? All the way up to... So you have to just get to diamond, right? Once you hit diamond, you basically get the majority, or you just get everything, I guess. Yeah. So you just got to hit diamond rank, which is 40k points, and then you get everything. .5x is yeah, it's additive. It's still worth. Yeah, I think it's still worth playing Challenger World. Yeah, I think so. Maybe you think differently because the solar to, you know, weekly is per account, but up to you. Wow, 1,000 black flames. Holy! Can you move these black flames to like Chronos? Right? Do you have to use these on Challenger World, or can you buy them and then move them over? Damn. Okay, 1,000 flames for my main is crazy. That is insane. Hot damn. What about these abyssal flames? I'm assuming the same, right? For the advanced challenger coins, these 150 abyssal flames also movable. Well, there's no information about it, so I'm guessing it might be. Yeah, they expire on the, wait, where is it? Ugh. On the 22nd of April. Yep. And then there's the Challengers Pass. Okay. Challenger World only. Challenger Pass lasts until February 3rd. Only available for characters on Challenger World. Has 20 levels, and you level up by obtaining 480 Challenger points for each level. And you can obtain pass points by completing the missions, such as Symbol Dailies, Monster Park Extreme, Epic Dungeon, weekly bosses, and killing mobs near your level. You can obtain a maximum of 3,000 Challenger points per week. Challenger Pass level, pass points, and weekly mission points are shared amongst all characters within Challenger World. Note that the weekly Challenger Pass point acquisition and weekly mission point progression will reset every Wednesday in game, so the day before weekly reset, right? Or normal event reset. And Symbol Daily Quest and Monster Park Epic Dungeon missions completed using the Express Pass will count towards your progress. Cool. Missed a week for 1k Maple points, you'll receive 100 Challenger points. Cool. And yeah, these are all the different rewards. So this is probably the free track, and then there's a premium track as well. So for the small price of 20k Maple points, you will get 200% normal monster damage and 20% EXP. Premium pass items will be available depending on the current level. It will be removed when you world leap, and all rewards can be obtained once per world. Solar fragments are untradeable and permanent. Okay. All rewards can be traded within your account in the same world and can be used until February 23rd. Cool. Already updated. 500, 200 symbol selector coupon. Yes, premium pass. Very nice. Very juicy. 100 frags right there. Another 100 frags right there. 200 frags right there. 400 frags. A lot of sauna, a lot of advanced EXP vouchers, right? Transcendent potion, so yeah, the node stones as well. Yep. So the wand things are for the arcane seal. I just didn't know the name of it, but it's the arcane seal, right? For Challenger World, basically it's a way of just getting extra damage, more temp stats, right? So you get 3 sealing wands per day. And even if you don't log on, you still get the ceiling ones, and you can hold up to 20 at one time, right? Let's say you're at 18 or 19 ceiling wands, you will only receive up to 20, right? It doesn't go to 21 or 22. Yeah, so then you just open them, you get cores, you can enhance the core, you can extract your cores. The goal is to get legendary. But yeah, there's different potential tiers. Each potential tier gives the same amount to everyone. Every enhancement is the same amount, it's not random. And what else? I think I would just recommend going for like +5 or +6 on your core, right? Depending on your rank, will determine like the odds of you getting a certain type of, I guess they're called barriers, right? So there's that. Oh wow, here's an example. Yeah, you can use arcane energy to enhance your arcane core up to stage 12, except I wouldn't recommend going for stage 12 because it is a very, very low success rate. So you'll see here, it's like you obtain some cores, it's like, oh my god, you know, you got normal ones, common ones, oh, but you got a rare. Yep, there you go. And here's a success rate. So from 5 to 6, it's a 50% chance to go from 5 to 6, and then it dips down to 20% after that. So it's not really recommended to go past level 6 on your core. Might want to even stop at level 5, which is a 75% chance, you know, from 4 to 5. But you can take the coin flip to go to 6. Definitely would not recommend going past 6 though. That's for sure. But you need a certain amount of arcane energy, right, per attempt, and also depending on the rank, it also costs more arcane energy to do so. Yep, that's it. And we have the Frontier Pass. Wow, the Frontier Pass is running after maintenance, and it's not available in Challengers World. Bro, what? So the Challenger Pass and the Frontier Pass are at the same time and not after each other like we thought, but it's not available in Challenger World? It kind of sucks, does it? Frontier Pass has 30 levels. And you can obtain points by completing weekly missions. Resets at event reset, you know, Wednesday in game. Pretty standard. Okay. And how much is it? 50k maple points for the premium pass. All right, 50 frags, 100 frags. 160, 220, 280. I think this is like the 480, right, or whatever. Possibly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the exact. I mean, I guess this is still kind of useful depending on who you are. I would still probably get this just to get like additional fragments. Honestly, this would be really good to just like unlock Hexastat 3 on my Dawn Warrior. Right? Like I would probably just unlock Hexastat 3 on my Dawn Warrior and then get it to like 20 out of 20 and just settle. So just more damage for that character. Or just put the frags on my main for Ascent skill. Right? That might be more worth it. Yeah. Because Ascent skill's coming up very soon, and you know I'm not going to be grinding on Chronos like you know I might want to, or maybe I will here and there, but you know we'll see. Definitely going to be focusing on Ren the most. Yeah, just pay for the 20% EXP. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And then we have Terrablink. Okay, moving on. We have Terrablink. Pretty standard stuff. We have Hyperburn Max as well. One Hyperburn Max character, the Hyperburninator. Remember, check in 50 for the Twilight Eve event. Right. Getting all these beautiful rewards. Also, keep in mind, right, for newer players, if you are not aware, you can hyperburn a pre-existing character. I believe they have to be at least level 200 in order to do so. But if you, for example, hyperburn your level 235 character, you cannot claim the level rewards from 200 to 235. Okay? So the earlier you want to hyperburn a character, the better, because you will miss out on rewards. You do not get those rewards retroactively. All right, so if it's 235, you'll get the 235 and onwards. Actually, you don't even get the 235. You get the 240 and onwards, right? So if you hyperburn at a particular level, you don't even get that level reward because you already achieved it. So that's the logic behind it. Now, I don't make up the rules, you know. I just say what it is. Okay. And it's also just pretty standard stuff. There are Challenger World. Okay, so there are Challenger World benefits. Interesting. Interesting. I thought that it would be the same now for every server, regardless if you play Challenger or not. However, in GMS, it seems like they are keeping the Challenger World advantage for hyperburning. Yeah, it was like this last time, but I was just referencing Maple Sea, where there is no difference, right? There is no difference, but there is a difference for Challenger World in GMS. So instead of level 7 symbols, you get level 10 symbols, you get additional rewards. Right, you get like 2 times like the node stones and yada 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 yada, right? See, like, you know, EXP nodes, right? Yep. And you get a guaranteed level 5 Cernium symbol. I think you get that anyways, but yeah. Or Challenger World stuff. Okay. And then there's Beyond Burning. Wow, Beyond Burning. 2 levels at a time from 260 until 270. First time ever that we are getting this. And I believe it's only once per account. Yeah, only one Beyond Burning character. Only once per account. Damn. Oh, Maple Sea winning again. I feel like Maple Sea realizes that a lot of people left their game, you know, to play on GMS, even though you're not supposed to, whatever, it doesn't matter. But they probably realize that they lost a lot of players, so they're doing things differently on purpose, obviously, to entice you to play Maple Sea again, instead of playing on a different region, right? So yeah, so level up rewards from 260 to 270, good stuff. A lot of Soul Urta fragments, regular Soul Urta, level 5 symbols, pretty huge. And the Burning Override title as well, which is massive. Then item burning as well. We're getting item burning again, Challenger gear, good shit, good stuff. What else? Gauge, Challenger Key, and Ignitia set effect. Huh? A gauge will activate after completing a stage mission. Defeat the following bosses to obtain points and fill the gauge. This is new. Points can no longer be obtained when the gauge is full. When a gauge is full, a Challenger Key can be extracted. 2 Challenger Keys can be extracted from the gauges of Guardian, Angel Slime, and Lucid. Use a challenger key on any armor or weapon slot to apply an Ignitia set effect. The Ignitia set effect does not apply to challenger or eternal sets. Talk to the NPC to apply Ignitia set effect to Lapis and Lazuli, restore, and Sengoku era set effects will not stack. Oh. Wait, so can I wait, so like can I put a set effect on my like arcane gear? Is that yeah. So basically like after item burning is kind of like over, or even like during, you can like put on like a set effect on the item so you're not losing out on much. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Okay, we'll have to just get in game and really see what that's about. Other events, character creation guide. What the fuck? Greetings, hero. Is this your first time in MapleStory? Or perhaps you're returning to your adventure after a long rest? We've prepared a character creation guide to aid you in choosing your world and job. This is purely an informational guide and has no completion reward. It's going to tell you not to play Kane, right? that's what it's going to tell you. Okay, interesting. Tutorial mission. This is just like a very basic event to give you like a little bit of something. You know, it doesn't really give you too much, but I believe it does give you 3x. You know, 50 arcane symbol selectors, Monster Park free entry ticket, trait boost potion, 10 black flames. Yeah, so it gives you some things, you know, and then like NX as well, which is cool. NX looks decent. Honestly, it does. It looks nice, but it's nothing too crazy, right? Nothing too crazy. Gives you 1 solar energy. Winter countdown event. You know, if you did the left, now you can get the right. And it doesn't seem like it not available on Challenger World, so you will be able to use it on Challenger World, according to the patch notes at least, because it doesn't say that you can't use it on Challenger World. Luxana, 48 hours, so we are getting it. Wow, there it is. 48 hours of sauna every week. Oh boy. And finally, the Sunny Sundays. Okay. So this Sunday, we have Giga Monster Park EXP. Not including Extreme, obviously, but Giga Monster Park EXP, Rune Sunny Sunday, and a 2x Soul Urda. 3 times EXP for Treasure Hunt. Wow. Okay. Okay, so Giga Monster Park, Mini Haste, and 2 times Soul Urda. The week after, we have Hexa Sunny Sunday, Giga Monster Park, half off honor, Mag Soul, 50% off spell trace enhancements, 100% new monster registration rate for Monster Collection. Wait, did they reword that, or is that just the same fucking shit? Is this just 100% Moncold? It just sounds better, right? I don't know, it just sounds better. And then elite monster appearance increase, so like 3 elites. Okay, so they updated the Shining Star Force, so we're getting a 5, 10, 15 and a minus 30% reduction in destruction chance when enhancing at 21 star or below. November 30th. Okay, November 30th. So we got time. We got this week. We got next week. Week after. This is this is on Cube Sale. Refresh it again? Wait, they updated it again? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh. Oh, it's also a 30% off Star Force enhancement. Okay, so wait. Wait, so it's no longer a 5, 10, 15? Okay. So so there's no 5, 10, 15. So it's just 30% off Star Force and then 30% off you know, because the minus 30%. Okay, I see why. That'd be kind of OP, right? Imagine the boom rate is 12%, but you're minus 30%. So it's a no boom. Imagine it goes from like, oh, you have a 18% chance to boom, and now it's a 0% chance to boom because it's minus 30%, like literally minus. But no, it's just 30% reduced of what it is. So yeah. So it's a 30% off, so no 5, 10, 15 correction, live correction, no 30%, no 5, 10, 15. So it's a 30% off and 30% reduction of the item destruction when enhancing on items below 21 stars. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's just the same thing as KMS. Yeah. You see the update to pitch stuff? No, I did not. I guess I'll have to go back and check that. December 7th, we have Giga Monster Park EXP. We have more Mini Haste and 2X Solarda. And then December 14th is Treasure Hunter EXP, 100% Moncol. They're giving us a lot of these Mini Hastes. I love it. And then 30% off Star Force enhancement. They're giving us a lot of these Mini Hastes, and I love it. I'm here for it. I fucking love it. It seems like it's every single week, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, like back to back. You know, but like 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. So, oh yeah, 100%, yeah. Nice, and that's basically it. That's the patch notes. I don't know how long it's been since I've been yapping for. Almost 3 hours. Let's check the update to pitched. Let's check the update to pitched. Where is that? I am blind, I don't see, but I don't know where I'm looking for. Oh. Arters? Oh, over here? You cannot craft a TC. And there it is. The reroll. Yep, and there it is. No total control. That's disappointing. That is very, very disappointing. Oh, hold on. They also updated this. Defeat bosses to collect Whisper and Pitch crystals are guaranteed. There it is. Okay. It's not at a set rate. These crystals, these Whisper crystals, are guaranteed to drop, depending on the boss's difficulty. You should be able to restore a TC, right? What level is TC? 200. Yeah, it's a level 200 item, so you should be able to restore a TC. Yeah. How Come on, more than one? I have no idea. I have no idea. But yeah, it's a little unfortunate. I mean, they should just make a different tier for TC then. Like, you have a Mitra's Rage. You should have a different tier for TC. Yeah, okay, yeah, so let's, before we go into the cash shop, right? We just spent the past, like, almost 3 hours reading. So we're going to refresh it. We're going to live update. Okay? And here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, so we get a free vac pet for creating a Ren. Okay. No TC into Pitched Whisper Crystal. Guaranteed crystal drop rate, depending on the difficulty. Wait, depending on the difficulty? Wait, what do you mean? Are you telling me that it won't drop from normal? like, are you telling me? Are you telling me that, like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Like, hard will, it's guaranteed, right? Like, no, you can't exchange for TC. You cannot. You cannot, unfortunately. That's really stupid. But I guess it's too new. Oh, familiar updates. For familiars that already have these abilities, they will be replaced with abilities of similar level. Wait, we're losing autosteal. Oh, the music kind of fits the mood. Oh, we're losing autosteal. You just noticed that? Oh, because no, I've been reading the patch notes for the past 3 hours. So when we were reading this section, this wasn't here. So that's why I'm saying, like, I just refreshed the patch notes after reading it, you know, and then now we're looking at the updates to see if anything changed. So, BM Demon Slayer or Lin for new main. Lin. Yeah, rip autosteal, bro. Rip fucking autosteal, bro. I spent money cubing autosteal fams in reg server. I feel like I kind of feel scammed. I kind of feel scammed. Like I deadass spent money rolling for autosteal fams. Ah, that's crazy. That is actually crazy. I mean, we'll see what they update, what they replace it with. But better fucking roll that shit to boss. Exactly, better roll that shit into boss damage. Like, bro, I feel really bad for people that have 2-line autosteal fams in reg server. Oh no, this is an oversight that Nexon has not accounted for. Nexon does actually not know. In my opinion, since they're doing this, I feel like they just don't know what autosteal like is and like how good it is, like, because this is actually a pretty decent line when it's all said and done. So yeah, they don't know the process. But some people, because it does increase your meso when you're farming, right? It does, among other, like, it does have a chance to randomly yoink a extra drop from a mob, but it does increase your meso rate over time, like when you're farming. So because they're doing this, like, I know people on reg server who have 2-line autosteal fams, right? Legendary 2-line autosteal fams for farming. So, and then they're gonna be taking it away from them now, and they spent real money to cube these familiars. I spent real money cubing for autosteal fams, not 2-line, but like I spent money. I know people that spent money too, so that just completely invalidates, you know, their purchase. Yeah, they're removing autosteal, but we're keeping Jake fams. Yep, they're removing autosteal, but we're keeping Jake fams. Cool. All right, let's continue. Yeah, update to Tide of Battle. We already saw this. Oh, they updated the event Android selector coupon. You can only purchase one for 600 mil. Okay, cool. We already saw this symbol selector coupon. Yep, 500. We saw the update now to Sunny Sunday as well. Yep, that's basically it. So the only things we missed were the pitched and the familiars, right? No TC. No TC. No TC. What's the story behind Jake fam? He's just perma red, bro. That's it's a red familiar and he's just perma red. Okay. That is it for the every little thing, every precious thing patch notes. Overall, it's a good update. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say this is an L patch. This is not an L patch. This is like a L plus, F minus, W minus. You know, over ambitious. I agree. This is definitely not every little thing, every precious thing. Overly ambitious update. Some of the non-KMS stuff is good and it is better. I like the rental system. I think the rental system is really fucking good. Right? I think the rental system is actually amazing, specifically for Reboot. But it is actually unironically amazing. I think like the cost, I think the actual items and the stats in there, like it is a really cool, really new, not really new, but really cool and good addition to the game. Right? So overall, I would say this is a good update, but obviously no universal cash shop, and this is not like a, I don't know how, you know, common this opinion is, but I do not like the changes to the Soul Urda weekly, right? The Soul Urda quest. I am not a fan of the changes, so I don't like that. Universal cash shop, don't like that, among other things, but those two things stand out the most, right, to me. Yeah. Hopefully we do get universal cash shop in the future. Maybe they'll announce it for anniversary. And hopefully they also make changes to the Soul Urda weekly. But overall it is a W. Yes, overall it is W. And there's also a cash shop update. Let me refresh this just in case. But there is a cash shop update as well. PSSBs, we have the Ren NX. I am gonna be broke. I don't think I even have enough money for this, right? Like, just next time, just call me poor, bro. They're just calling me fucking poor. Okay, I know I am. It is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. But yeah, Ren NX. I definitely want it. I am not sure if I'll be able to get it all, but yeah. I like it. I like it. It's a very cool, very sick NX set. And vac pets are going to be permanently available. Well, it's about fucking time, bro. It's about damn time, bro. It's about damn time. Vac pets are going to be permanently available in the game. There it is. Heroic World Luna Petite Pets are now ongoing sales, with the specific pets on sale periodically changing as noted by the duration listed above. So you will notice here that it says November 12th until July 22nd. That is because on July 23rd, they're going to change which vac pets are available. Right? So it's not until July, right? It's not until July. These vac pets are going to be in the cash shop 24/7 now. But if you don't like these vac pets, right, when it's closer to July 22nd, if you don't like these vac pets, you can wait until they're changed and like, oh, I want the newer ones. I want those and I don't want these, right? So I'll wait the extra day to get the new vac pets. So vac pets are now going to be in the cash shop always, as it should have been like years ago. Okay, and I guess the same thing is for reg server as well. Yeah, Whisper Wonderberry on Interactive Worlds is now perpetually available. These pets will change periodically, but Wonderberry is now a permanent addition in the game to Reg server. So now you can gamba for vac pets all the time. Does this make them cheaper? Depends. If people are just gonna constantly gamba for vac pets, yeah, I mean it does I think it does make it cheaper, but maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, this is the current set that is available in Reg server. I'm going to assume, okay, this is not confirmed, but I'm going to assume Reboot on July 23rd is going to get this new set. Right? So July 23rd, Reboot will get this snow set instead of the Flora set, and then Reg server is going to get the new set. I think it's the time set. No, I think we already had time set. I don't know. Whatever the new set is, right? They're gonna get the new one. So yeah, standard price like 100K, like it is what it is. And there's also the Star Stamp Shop Season 2. I fucking hate this, and I will continue to say that I fucking hate this. Did I mention I fucking hate this? Yes. I hate this. The fact that Nexon locks the premium coloring prisms behind a $60 second random box just fucking makes me boil deep down, right? They should just sell the prisms straight up in the cash shop for a standard price, but instead they're choosing to just you know, milk people, which I know that's what they do. I get it, right? I understand that, but I just really fucking hate it. Did I mention that? Have I said that enough? Have I said that? Am I you know, am I saying this, you know? You understand? I hate it. I fucking hate it. Anyways, Genesis Pass, you can purchase it 2 times per account. That's right. Not once, 2 Genesis Passes per account, which is awesome. That is very pog. And a familiar slot. You know what? This is exactly what I thought they would do. This is exactly what I thought they would do when they said, like, oh, we're going to be increasing the slots for familiars. Yep, you're going to have to buy them. You are going to have to buy them, okay? 5 slots per $1. It's good value, right? It is. It's good value. You know, just charge 50K an X. That is 250 familiar slots. You know you're going to do it. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. You're going to fucking do it. Damn right. Damn right you are. How is it good value? It could be worse. You could be paying $1 for 1 slot. The breakthrough card, this has 0 value. Unless the new Mystic Frontier, maybe this has value with the Frontier system, right? Maybe this is basically a hammer, by the way. The breakthrough card is basically a hammer. You can hammer your familiar, even though hammers don't exist anymore. You can hammer your familiar 2 times. So instead of level 5, it's level 7. But at the moment, no, these can be used on unique, bro. These can be used on unique. Yeah. And then there's also the Beauty Salon skin coupon, right, for $1, because there's now a skin tab. And the Mapler starter package. Okay, it's going to be ongoing sale for $10. You get a Terra Burning. You get a Royal Hair and Face coupon. You get 90-day Transparence. You get +5 character slots. Max Selector slot coupon. Expertise Boost Potion. Can be purchased once per account. And there it is. I'm buying this. Bro, max fucking traits. Like, I'm buying this. Like, $10? $10 to max your fucking traits instantly. Yeah, once per account. Like this, honestly, this is the L right here. Yeah, once per account. Yeah, once per account. But it's a starter package. Damn, that's crazy. At 550, 550. Straight to the run. Yeah. You can't buy this with Maple points, by the way. This can be only purchased with NX cash. Only purchased with NX cash. Okay? No Maple points. Keep that in mind. No Maple points. But it's going to be available in all worlds. Yep. And they're changing the hair and face choice coupons. Okay. Okay. This doesn't look that bad. I guess this doesn't look that bad either. Wavy ponytail. Zombie face. Okay, so someone on the Nexon team watched Alice in Borderland. Okay, okay. The glum face. Okay, okay. Zombie face. And that's it. So those are the cash sales. Okay. Yeah, Maple starter package looks pretty cool. I think it's pretty worth it just for the trait potions, honestly. Familiar slot expansion. There it is. That's how they're going to monetize. Continuous monetization. I don't think it's egregious, personally. I don't think it's egregious. Should there be like a free version available? Absolutely, there should be a free version available where you can expand your slots with familiar points at the very least, even if it's limited per month. But you know, this is another way that they're going to make money off of Reboot, right? Which, you know, they have to. So there you go. And yeah, the fact that vac pets are available 24/7 now, this should have been done years ago, right? This should have been done years ago, but finally vac pets are going to be available all the time. And the new Renenex looks pretty fire. I'm hoping that I can, bro, like, what are the odds of me pulling this entire set in like one pack? What are the, you know what, I don't even need the hat, right? I just need the overall and the weapon, right? I don't need the shoes. Well, who the fuck uses shoes in 2025? Okay, I don't need the shoes, I don't need the hat, I just need the overall and the weapon. I just need the overall and the weapon, right? Hate the barefoot meta. Normal people, no. Nobody wears fuck the shoes, man. Okay. Walk around barefoot. All right. But yeah, that's it. That is the cash shop update and the patch notes for version 264. Every little thing, every precious thing. Let me know what you guys thought about anything that we talked about. Obviously, like, you know, we're live right now, but, you know, down in the comments down below, let me know what you liked, what you disliked. I think everybody dislikes the fact that we don't have universal cash shop, but, you know, just feel free to share all that stuff down below, and I will see you in the next video. 3 hours. Let's go. Damn right. 2-hour video? Nope, it's worse.